Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be comparing two different shotgun microphones. One is a very expensive option but also a very popular option in the film and TV production world, and that's the Sennheiser MKH 416. The other one is a budget version of that microphone, and that's the Synco Mic-D2. Now, I already did an in-depth review of the Synco D2 microphone, so you guys can check that out if you want to. But in this video specifically, I want to sort of compare those two mics and kind of give you an example of basically how these different microphones sound next to each other. So I actually do have them set up here, and I kind of configured them, and I'm using the same cables, it's the same stands, everything pretty much the same, and recording it on the same recorder so that it can kind of, as closely as I can, match the recordings on these two microphones. All of the recordings you're going to be hearing here in this video are unprocessed, so they might sound a little dull, not like a typical video that's well produced. But that's because I just want to let you guys hear the actual audio. And now, as I'm going to be switching the audio in this video, you're going to be able to see it in the corner, basically which microphone is recording. Now, at the beginning of the video, I'm just going to tell you microphone A, microphone B. And I want you guys to actually watch this video, and as you're kind of listening to the different microphones, just let me know in the comments below which microphone you think, basically sounds best. Microphone A, microphone B. And even if you want to, let me know which microphone you think that is, whether it's the Synco or the Sennheiser. Anyways, let's kind of start with the test. So right now, I'm basically recording on one of these microphones. By the way, these microphones have a windscreen on it that comes included with these mics. So I'm using basically whatever's provided. And they're actually right now on the same stands, but they have their own little sort of clips that they both come in. So right now you're listening to basically the audio from one of these microphones. I'm not going to tell you which one it is or which brand. Now I'm going to switch it actually here. So now we're on the other microphone. And I'm kind of switching it. I'm trying not to record both of them at once to kind of avoid any phasing issues and things like that. Anyways, I'm going to also kind of show you the different things that come with it. So the Synco Mic-D2 comes with a nice case, and this is kind of how it looks. It comes with a 1/4-20 to 3/8 kind of adapter here because it comes with a little stand. And it's, the case is nicely padded, as you can see. It also comes with a little XLR cable that you can use if you want to. And the case here for Sennheiser, it looks like this. You also have the 1/4-20 to 3/8 adapter for the little clip-on, basically mic stand. And it comes also with the windscreen. Kind of maybe while I'm kind of talking, I'm going to sometimes kind of move a little bit further away and moving closer so you can kind of see how these mics work when they're picking up the different frequencies. Let me maybe try to do that again while switching the mics. So again, this is me kind of talking closer. This is talking on mic B right now we're recording, and me kind of further away and me kind of closer. And then again, I'm going to switch. This is microphone A, again up close, this is how it sounds. And now I'm kind of further away, this is how it sounds. By the way guys, this video is not sponsored by either Sennheiser or Synco. It is sponsored by all of you guys who support my work by purchasing my products on my website at tomantosfilms.com. Let me also kind of just go over some of the basic specs. So the Sennheiser MKH 416, like I said, it's a very popular microphone. Again, a lot of reviews have been done of that mic, so I'm not going to bother kind of talking about details of it. I kind of, again, I wanted to compare the two mics alongside each other. But basically, what does it say here? It's designed for pro film TV location recording. It's moisture resistant, and that's one thing I can say on all the film shoots, TV shoots that I've worked on. This microphone, I've seen it put to the test, let's just put it that way. Because it's been out for many years and used on so many productions, and whether you're doing action where really loud explosions and a lot of vibrations in the air, or you're doing stuff where it's raining or recording in really humid environment and jungles and stuff like that, it seems like the Sennheiser can always take a beating. As far as the frequency response, it works at basically between 40 Hertz to 20 kilohertz. So has a nice range. It's a hypercardioid at low and to mid frequencies, and it has a very low actually noise floor of just 13 decibels. And now let's look at the specs of the Synco Mic-D2 shotgun microphone. the price is a drastic difference. Now for the latest prices, I'm just going to tell you guys, I don't want to post it here because they constantly change, especially now with inflation and everything. Everything's going up basically. But if you want to see the latest prices, latest deals and all that stuff, as always, check out the links in the description of this video. Yes, some of those links are affiliate, meaning you don't pay anything extra, but I get a little tip for doing these videos, so greatly appreciate it. But also, even if you don't use my links, again, if you want, just go out there and find the latest retailers and links for the latest prices, because again, me giving it out here in this video makes no sense. Okay, so the Synco Mic-D2 records basically, works again. It's a shotgun microphone, so both of these require 48 volt phantom power, by the way. It's also a hypercardioid, pattern. It has, what does it say here? Has also resistance to interference. That's what all the manufacturers will claim. Resistance to moisture, all that stuff. Reduces wind noise. Okay, and as far as the frequency range, it's actually pretty much the same. 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, basically frequency range. As far as the signal to noise ratio, it's 80 decibels. And that's pretty much it. So anyways, this is how these microphones sound. Again, I'm going to switch these so you guys can hear again. This is microphone B. So you're listening to microphone B. Again, this is how it sounds. And I'm going to switch it again. Microphone A. All right. And now maybe I'm going to do a quick test with background noise and kind of rejection. At like 90 degrees, both of these microphones claim to be performing the same as far as sound rejection, meaning it's a shotgun microphone. So in case you didn't know, it's made, basically the polarity of it is kind of designed to pick up sounds from where the microphone is actually pointing to. And it's supposed to reject sounds from the side or from behind it. So I'm going to play some background noise here. So here we got a little background noise, and I'm going to go here from the side. This is 90 degrees, and this is how it sounds. And from behind. Now I'm going to switch to this microphone A, and this is how it sounds when I go to the side. So side, and now I'm going to go behind. Hopefully it rejects that sound well. And this is how it sounds when it's in front. All right, now I'm going to do some outdoor tests. Now I am using a Rycote shock mount because without a proper shock mount, every microphone is going to have bad handling noise. But at least now, like for example, these kind of vibrations should be pretty well handled. We have a fairly windy day today, and this is kind of how it's handling the wind, as you can hear it. I'm going to point the microphone also kind of around, right into the wind. And now this is how the other microphone sounds outside. Like I said, we have a pretty windy day today, around 15 mile/hour winds. And again, this is recording with the supplied wind screen, which is not ideal because it's not really meant for this kind of strength wind. But again, let's see how it works. Now again, I have it mounted using the same cable and mounted on the exact same Rycote shock mount. So it's supposed to take away any of this sort of handling noise. And I'm going to kind of point the microphone now into the wind and get some sounds here of sort of like wind hitting directly into the windscreen. I'm also going to try to record some subtle sounds of the water. And I'm also going to do maybe some recordings here of my footsteps. When it comes to the design of these microphones, they look almost identical. Like the materials that are being used, the kind of finish, the kind of texture of the surfaces of these microphones. The weight, the length of them, I mean, almost everything. The little design here at the end with the little notches. Now, the little notches here on the actual tubes in the front, those are a little bit different. The Sennheiser has them kind of going sideways, whereas the ones on the Synco are kind of slanted. But even the weight of it, like identical, almost like I said, design to both of these microphones. So it's kind of hard to say which one's more durable unless, again, you do some actual like testing of these microphones over many different projects, many different months probably of work and different environments to really see which one can take the elements better. All right, so hopefully you guys are enjoying this video so far, and you kind of, you've put in your answers in the comments below as to which microphone you think is which and which one you think sounds better. Or even if you don't know which microphone, whether microphone A or B is the Sennheiser or the Synco, then at least put in there basically your opinion, whether you think microphone A or microphone B is the better sounding. So again, leave your comments down below, let me know. So make sure you're not cheating. And now I'm actually going to reveal which microphone's which. So let's switch here to microphone number A. And microphone number A, which is this one here on your left, that's the Sennheiser MKH 416. And microphone B is the Synco Mic-D2. Now, instead of me telling you guys what my opinion is and whether I think the Synco or the Sennheiser is better, I'll just basically let you guys be sort of the judge. I'll give you my opinion, but at the end of the day, I can tell you sort of individually. The Sennheiser microphone, I mean, it's a great microphone. I've seen it personally used on a lot of productions productions where I was working as a cinematographer or visual effects supervisor. Because again, I'm not an audio guy on films. That's not what I specialize in. But here in my online videos, I kind of review them, these different products. But again, that's not what I do as my main profession. But I've seen this microphone being used in all kinds of environments, and it's never basically, or at least I've never seen it fail, stop working in the middle of production. The Synco, that's something that I can't say about because to be honest, I haven't seen it used on any production other than my little productions that I've been using. But again, I've been hearing a lot of people saying that these two microphones are so similar in time that when it comes to the performance, yet so different, obviously, when it comes to price. This microphone, like I said, definitely gives you a bigger bang for your buck. Now, is it going to be as good in the long range, as durable? I can't say that because, again, I haven't seen it being used over the amount of years that I've seen this being used and on so many productions. So that, again, is something that's very, I would say, only time will tell, I guess. But I am curious, like I said, to hear your opinion, like from these tests so far, which microphone you guys think sounds, drastically better, or maybe if you think they're similar, maybe, not identical, but they're not that drastically different. Again, let me know your opinion. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, if you guys want to see the full in-depth review of the Synco Mic-D2, then check that out. You'll find the links of that in the description of this video. Or as always, just head on over to my website at tomantosfilms.com, where you're going to find a whole bunch of other filmmaking gear, reviews, filmmaking tips, tricks, tutorials, that kind of stuff. Anyways, once again, my name is Tom Antos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.